Anne-Sophie Mutter playing Brahms may not be new, but the venue sure is. It was the first time that the German violinist performed in a club more used to hosting all-night raves.
I gave it a lot of thought because it's such an unusual format. Everyone knows clubs as a place to dance, but not as a forum for classical music. And after last night, I love the idea. The furnace-like temperatures didn't seem to fluster her, nor did the far-from-perfect acoustics. The conditions were tough, but not impossible. You grow with the challenges. The challenge here was to form a sound in this tremendous heat and with acoustics that don't really support the upper tones of the violin, so that most of the sound still retained a lot of its basic values.
Viel von der Originalsubstanz trotz allem übrig bleibt.
Putting classical music stars into clubs is a real crowd pleaser. While Anne-Sophie Mutter rehearses with pianist Michael Abramovich, concertgoers are already queuing up outside. And not all will get in. The Asphalt Club in Berlin has a capacity of just 800 and will be packed. The relatively reasonable entry price of €6 buys music fans a 20-minute bonus performance from the two virtuosos before DJs take over. Tonight with a blend of electronica, pop, and classical sounds. The night is part of the Yellow Lounge series, designed to connect young clubbers with old-school music.
It's amazing to see the combination of these two components.
It's a great event. It's just my first time here, but I already like the atmosphere and the people.
It's great, but you do feel like you'd want to experience it in a different atmosphere. In classic style, in a really big theatre where the music might sound even more wicked than it does here.
And then there's the opposite. When a clubbing star goes to the opera, for example. In July, world-famous DJ Paul van Dyk graced the Bavarian State Opera in Munich with a set. An evening of electronic music and works by the 19th century Italian opera ace Giuseppe Verdi.
What matters in a clubbing context is moving and having fun. We're incorporating cues and elements from Verdi to show how contemporary his music still is.
Classical and clubbing, an unlikely musical affair that looks set to become a long-term marriage. The trailblazer was the Yellow Lounge, which was created in 2001 by the famous Deutsche Grammophon classical music label. The primary aim, of course, was to promote its stars like soprano Moitje Erdmann and Anne-Sophie Mutter, who happens to have a new album out in October.
It's now happening outside Berlin, too. There have been Yellow Lounge events in London, Amsterdam, New York, and Tokyo. The most recent one was in Sydney. The concept of bringing classical music into dance clubs has been successful around the world.
And compared to conventional major venue classical concerts, these types of performances draw far younger audiences.
800 people, most of them young, who might be hearing classical music for the first time. And they listen so intensely, whether it's Brahms' Hungarian dances or a Dvorak romance. I felt it was a gift to classical music.
And it looks like the concertgoers of tomorrow want plenty of encores.